Hello, my name is Scott Smith, and for the Student Success Awareness topic, if knowing what I know now, what tips would I want to give to either new students or recurring students such as myself so that way they can be more successful in their college venture? Well, to start off, I want to read a quote from Adam Putnam's article, Optimizing Learning in College, Tips from Cognitive Psychology, which is an article I definitely recommend that you read considering it has taught me more useful tips than I've already known using my college experience. But moving on, the quote says research has shown that students learn more when their studying is spaced apart rather than when it is crammed into one long study session. And the reason I tell you this quote is because it relates back to the personal advice that I would give to you, or the successful tip that I would give to you, which is create a rhythm between your courses and your assignments, whether it be the singular course or the multiple courses in their assignments. Find a way to create a comfortable rhythm between your courses and assignments. So not only do you learn to optimize your time management, but you also effectively enhance your learning ability. This is because not only does this allow you to put full effort in to an assignment, but it also allows you to have leeway time to improve and push past your limitations of your effort. So that being said, what I want you to gather, not only whether it be the tips presented from either my speech, the articles, or the many other tips presented by the other students, what I want you to gather is I want you to use these tips to help you persevere and optimize your situation within your college experience. But that being said, this was my speech, and I want to thank you for listening, and I hope this one day is helpful to you.
Hi guys, I'm going to share some important tips to help you get through your first year of college. The first tip that I would give you is to go to class. Going to class is very important. That's basically how you're going to pass, how you're going to learn the important materials that you need to get your degree. The second thing that I would recommend is to read the material. Read everything your professor assigns you. By reading everything, it helps you breeze through the tests, the quizzes that they assign you. You'll know what you're talking about, what you're learning. Everything will totally benefit you. The third thing that I would recommend is to build a relationship with your professor. I think it's very important when you build a relationship with your professor because it helps you learn and it helps you be more comfortable when you don't know something like the material. It helps you just in general just to build a relationship because it's just easier to communicate. The fourth thing that I would recommend is to take advantage of all the free college services that they provide, like free tutoring, free writing labs. Like those are so important. I can't stress how much it would help you to go to those tutoring labs. You could definitely get better grades. You'll learn things better. And the last thing that I would recommend is do not procrastinate. Procrastinating is horrible. You think you have all this time, and then one day you have that set day, and then that's it. Like, you think you can do it, and then all of a sudden you're at the last day, hours before the assignment's due, and you're struggling. So I would recommend, please do not procrastinate. Just do your assignments ahead of time, and you'll be good to go. Cool.
First time college students, welcome first of all to Palo Alto. Um, I myself have had a positive experience. I've been coming to Palo Alto for probably a good 6 years, off and on, part-time. I work full-time, which is kind of hard, but Palo Alto has flexible schedules. One thing that I wish I would have known before I started was to be more time wise. There's a lot of things with working full time and going to school part time. I had to learn to cut back on family and friends. Some understand and some don't understand, but I mean that's on them. Um, I've had a positive experience here. I've always been able to find somebody to help me at the Welcome Center, financial aid. If I have any questions, more than likely the counselors are there to help you out. I know that they've helped me out a lot. You have to set goals for yourself. Me myself, my goal was to finish within 4 years, going to school part-time and that, but it's been a little bit of a struggle, but I've managed a little bit longer than what I wish I would have taken. But just think positive. If you think positive, good things will happen. Challenge yourself. Be ready for a challenge. Some of these instructors can challenge you at times. Don't stress on exams or anything like that. Stressing doesn't help. Just be calm, be positive, and things will get done. You'll do good. There's a lot of fun activities here that I've seen. There's a lot of theater. There's a lot of big productions going on that I've seen. You'll have fun here. I wanted to read a quote to you that I read. It says, "Education is a passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today," by Malcolm X, which I believe is totally true. Prepare yourself. Be ready for the challenge, and Palo Alto will see you through. Thank you.
How to transition from high school to college. This is a little piece by Alexander Nasmith, collegeexpress.com. A rule of thumb: for every hour spent in the classroom, you should plan on 3 hours of studying outside the classroom. This is not like high school, guys, where you might be able to study the night before and pass the test or the exam the next day. College exams come perhaps only twice a semester, which means they cover a lot. If you don't keep up with the studying and learn to manage your time, those exams could prove to be problematic. You don't want that to happen. Time management, learning how to survive college, big transition, the family life, the social life. This has definitely been one heck of a semester for me, and the ride is only going to get bigger. There have been evenings that turn into nights, nights that turn into early mornings, and let's not throw in the life happens card. It's just about prioritizing and finding your medium. Here are a few things that you may want to consider, think about. What are your short and long-term goals academically and personally when you get to college? How do you think your relationships with your family and or friends will change when you go to college? And do you expect your college grades to be similar to those that you got in high school? And that's a little piece by Brian Hark, HuffingtonPost.com. It's all about organization and communication. Remember that students are not alone. As they work to make this transition, academic advisors, tutors, professors, and others are available to students to help them grow as learners and thinkers. And that's How to Successfully Transition from High School to College by Leanne Dodge, Forbes.com. Thank you.
Hello, incoming freshmen. I'm here to tell you about a few different things that you can do to go ahead and survive your first days here at college. I want to read to you something by Randall S. Hansen, PhD, 2015, How to Survive Your College Years. Some of the tips that he gives you here: go to all your orientations. Make sure that you know that you're in the loop on anything that's going to go on, whether it's on campus or anything that's happening in your classes. Get organized. Make sure that you give all of your time towards your organization, because if you do not, your life is going to be everywhere. You're not going to have any organization whatsoever. You need to know what you need to turn in, everything on time, when it's supposed to be turned in, and then from there, find an ideal place for you to study. This is very helpful. If you are someone like me who gets really distracted by anything, obviously you need to find some way to get things done, because if you don't, then you're going to fall behind, and then it's just going to be an even bigger downfall from there. Keep yourself away from those downward spirals and do your work, stay organized, know what's going to go down, and but anything else, by all means, go to class. Don't just leave everything to the last day. Always be ahead of everything. And once you know that you find a little rhythm, you'll find it a lot more easier to survive in college.